Francophone, 2 fois président, passer le pouvoir à un anglophone. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'aventure? Après ça, le président, un pauvre qui vote ou celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger? Après ça, le président. Hi. Good day to the beautiful people of the Cameroons, the beautiful people of British Cameroons, and the beautiful people of La République du Cameroon. Today, I just want to point out some few facts. Some of them are historical, some of them are not. Most often, I come and I speak. And sometimes people don't understand what I say until it happens. For more than 35 years, these have been happening. Sometimes we are just excited by following the crowd without knowing what we are doing. I've often said there is no opposition in the Cameroons, or there is a non-functional opposition. Likewise, a non-functional government. And sometimes we are that doubting Thomas. We like to put our hand inside the fire when he burn us before we learn lesson. But I'm somebody that I can see into the seat of time, and I'll tell you which grain will grow and which will not. So today we are paralyzed. We have seen the government of La République du Cameroon despises the people of the country. No single individual is greater than a sovereign people. But today, you can see in the Cameroons, people cannot give you information about the whereabouts of the president of the country. And again, the opposition, they don't say anything because they are not opposition. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you clearly. Sometimes people say, I have nothing good to say about the La République ruling party CPDM. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Maître Mola Alex Ndiveli Singh, and I have my political party, which is called British Cameroon National Party. The reason I created this political party is because in the Cameroons, ever since 1992, the reintroduction of multi-party politics, I've looked at the people. Well, it's my opinion. You might disagree. I've never seen one single leader of an opposition political party or the ruling party who knows the law. I'm not saying maybe they know the law. Some of them, like Professor Maurice Kamto, was my lecturer. But when it comes to politics, I don't see. He hasn't got a clue what he's doing. But he was my best lecturer in Ngwakele. He taught me droit administratif approfondi. Good as classroom. But politics is another game. The aim of being an opposition political party is to give an alternative. Example, we have had a lot of scandals in the Cameroons. We have had a lot of broken promises in the Cameroons. Mr. Biya promised to give us deep sea port 30 years ago. Ring Road 30 years ago. There are parts in the Cameroons, they don't have light. And some no electricity, some no pipe bomb water. And there's nothing in the constitution that says this part of the Cameroon should have water and this one should have reference hospital. There is nothing. The constitution says they will use the resources of the country for every individual. So if you are wherever you are in the Cameroons, you are entitled to electricity. Wherever you are in Cameroons, if there is an airport there, there should be an airport in this place, other places. But they don't do that. Some few people, they use the resources of the Cameroons as if it's a personal property. And this is where I come in. I created British Cameroon National Party because people don't scrutinize and hold the government to account. Although I understand there is no official duty in the Constitution of La République du Cameroon for opposition. But however, having done politics in United Kingdom for more than 20 years, I understand how government and opposition, they function. And that is the things I want us to introduce in the Cameroons. I will tell you, Article 3 of the Constitution, this is all what political parties in the Cameroons, this is all what they say about them in the Constitution. I'll read it. Political parties and groups shall help the electorate in making of voting decision. They shall bound to respect the principle of democracy, national sovereignty, and unity. What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. Do we have democracy in Cameroons? Huh? We don't have democracy. They shall bound to respect the principle of democracy, national sovereignty, and unity. One, we are not sovereign. The Cameroons is part of CEMAC. When you join CEMAC, it means you have joint sovereignty. Your sovereignty is joint. Using the same money, using all France is controlling us. That's called joint sovereignty. Cameroons, La République is not independent. I'm the one telling you. You can Google, read scholastic articles. You see people who write about the joint sovereignty. People have written a lot of articles about it. I'm not making it up. So before you fight someone, you have to understand how the system works. So the last bit of Article 3 says, they shall form and shall exercise their activity in accordance with the law. My dear brothers and sisters, we live in a country, I'm not making it up, where it's lawless, where a governor will come and tell you, let's terrorize the terrorists, commit crime to fight crime. Let's use witchcraft to fight amber, commit crime to fight crime. People break the law, government official every day. They steal people's money. We have had scandals like Camgate, Olembe Gate, Covid Gate, Glencoe Gate. Opposition, their role is to be challenging, scrutinizing the government every day, insofar as there are no rules inside the Constitution. Because to me, this Constitution is as good as a toilet paper in the sense that you have to put the rights and principle. Example, my individual right should be inside the Constitution. Don't just say Article 65. The preamble is part and part of the Constitution. Put it inside the Constitution. Let's read it. It is not there. They just say the preamble and part like Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It is not there. They just mention it. A constitution should be full and comprehensive so that we can read these things. So, ladies and gentlemen, my point is, I'm a little bit concerned in that in the Cameroons, people come, they say they are opposition. Opposition is not just about creating a political party and standing for election. It's to understand that the Cameroons is not independent. France is still controlling that country. You have to know that. And that is why when every time I come here, I'm speaking to the electorate. You don't need to like what I'm saying. In politics, even in the Constitution of La République, everybody is entitled to their political opinion. You don't need to like what I say. And most often, especially us from British Cameroons, we often say, let's come together, let's join together. No, you don't do that. You create a political party and put your manifesto, whether it's on education, whether it's on independence, whether it's on federalism, whether it's on decentralization, whether it's on health, policing, France CFA, monetary policy, to have our own bank, you put it there. Then you sell it to the public. Then the people who will be joining you now, they will be looking, okay, I like what this party stands for. Then they join you on that basis. I cannot join you because you're John Fundi. I cannot join you because you're Paul Bia. I cannot join you because you're Kamto. I cannot join you because you're Akeremuna. Let your politics reflect your life. We cannot just see it because, oh, this man is for my tribe. All the political parties I see in the Cameroons, people follow them because of tribes. And I don't know how many people who have got my age who have never joined any political party. I have close people in all political parties in the Cameroons, but I've never been there because people join political parties to benefit one thing or another. That's why I don't join. I've often asked, what are the manifestos? I'm talking since 1992. Name me one political party in the Cameroons since 1992 that come and say, this is our health policy. This is our educational policy. This is what we'll do on taxation, policing, justice system, the Anglophone problem. None. You vote people based on their personality. That's why ever since I was a boy, I don't fancy all these politicians. I don't vote you because you are this. Some people will come today and say, let's have an Anglophone candidate. Why should I vote you because you're an Anglophone? Do they not embezzle money too in that country? Haven't we have Anglophones who are working with the government? How many of them have resigned? Example, I know just the only Anglophone who was governor is Governor Achu, who resigned and is in America. If we had these people who some of them are fit to be my father, if they sit there, they say enough is enough. They prepare, they come abroad for a trip and say, I'm resigning. Then I will say, yes, this man have got probity, integrity. But they sit there, they play the cards, they go around telling people that I've taken message, I'm going to Yaoundé to give Mr. Biya. Are we fools? Do you think, people think, I cannot come and join either the CPDM, I have interest there. I'm fighting for the country. I don't care about those type of things. You embezzle people's money and steal people's land and sell them. You go to Ministry of Finance, you give 40% of your pension or your salary before your document pass through a dossier. I don't like that culture. A lot of people know me personally. Come and tell me one day, Maitre Leslie Singer is not a man of probity and integrity. I knew that if I joined the SDF, I used to be part of the SDF rallies. I used to join them. I'm a man. I protest. I can protest with any person. If the CPDM are protesting that we need electricity, we need pipe-borne water, good hospital. If CPDM militants are protesting, I will join them and protest. It's a good cause. That's how I am. I've been to the city of London to protest that they should stop the war in Gaza. I'm not from there. I don't do this politics because I'm an Anglophone or I come from a particular area. I'm doing it because it is my conviction. I want our people to have a better life. Most people will come today, oh, you want to be president? Show me in the UK, in America, when you say you want to be a leader or a president or a governor or a mayor, you tell people what you have been doing all your life. You tell them what you have been doing. Don't just appear. I want to be governor. I want to be mayor. I want to be parliamentarian. Example, if I say today, we had an elected governor, I say I want to be a governor or a president or a mayor or a parliamentarian, I will tell you, we walked from the street of CPC Bali, we came to stop the schools because René Zengele, the then Minister of National Education, wanted to assimilate our English educational system. I fought for Boya University because I realized a lot of British Cameroonians, they could not go to Ngwakere like myself because of the French system. We fought and they gave it to you. I fought for multi-partyism politics because I realized that the one-party system was not good enough. But although we know what's happening with multi-partyism, people are parliamentarians, they cannot represent you. They cannot talk to you. You cannot go and talk to them that this is my problem and let them solve it. Every parliamentarian should have an office in their constituency where you can go there and meet the secretary, put your problem, they take it to the National Assembly, but they don't have it. They are just there to chop people their money. We don't see our president today, no parliamentarian is talking. When Mr. Biya was there in A2D, all of them, they come and run their mouth, then they thank the head of state. Look, they are silent now. They don't care about you. This is not a country that we need. We don't need such people in our countries. We don't don't need it. One person cannot have power. How can civil servants be governors in Cameroon? Civil servant. How can civil servants be prime minister in the Cameroons? How can a civil servant be president in the Cameroons? All of them, Mr. Biahad Machukui was a civil servant. Aijo was a civil servant. Prime ministers are civil servants. We don't have politicians in the Cameroons. That's why they don't know. And the first thing that we need to do is to respect equal status. You cannot take 250 ethnicities and you're trying to, whether they call it centralization, which is not existing. We don't have the same cultures. One, besides equal status, you have to take, if we are changing the constitution, you have to look at all the different customs and tradition and take it into account and draft a constitution that suits all the 250 ethnicities. And you have to give them autonomy. They should be practicing their culture in their own area. That's how you do it. That's how Europeans, they do it. That's how in America they do it. You cannot force a Flemish man in Belgium to be speaking French. You can't. We have our ethnicity. You say, oh, which language will they use? Let's use all the ethnicity language locally. They should be teaching Bakure in Fako. They should be teaching Lamso in the land of the Saw people. That's, you do it. It should be in the school curriculum. All these things about Cameroon is bilingual. Cameroon is not bilingual. It's just a language that they are forcing people. Yes, we can have certain language. In the Cameroons, if you follow this, their constitution, the fact that they don't translate things in our languages, dialect, is discrimination. It is not compulsory. The constitution doesn't say the people of the Cameroons must speak French and English. It doesn't say that. It just says official language. So what? If I don't want to speak the official language, it is my right not to speak it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we should not make the mistakes that we have been making. When I come here, I'm talking to the voters. I'm not talking to any particular person. Example, if I was standing for an election, you have a right to vote me or not to vote me. So sometimes, when you see people, the problem, our leaders reflect the people of the Cameroons. It is not Mr. Biya who made Cameroon to be bad. It's because most of you see wrong things because it's your brother, your friend, or your relative who is there, you keep quiet. It's the people. What is happening in the Cameroons? Although Nigeria is not 1,000,000% better, but what is happening in Cameroons at the moment will not happen in Nigeria. What is happening in the Cameroons, that the government, they don't respect the citizens to tell them where their president is. It has never happened in any country in this world. It's only in the Cameroons. Because we are a shithole country. It will never, I repeat, what is happening in the Cameroons? No one person can hijack or kidnap a country. That's what is happening. A country has been kidnapped. The people who are in that CPDM chop people, the money government, what they are interested now, they are afraid. If things doesn't go their way, all this money that they have been stealing, they will not be in power. Some of them are getting ready to run and come and ask asylum in the Western world. Maybe I will represent some of them. That's what they are thinking about. They are only thinking about running to come abroad or to put somebody there that will have continuity. We can solve this problem in the Cameroons. All we need is a constituent assembly where all the ethnicity, experts in tradition, legal minds, even inviting constitutional experts from Europe, South Africa to come in that constitutional conference. Let's draft a constitution that reflects these indigenous people in Africa. They will not do it. The essence after the so-called independence was to keep people there who will be controlled by France, so they will be taking the resources. Nothing changed. There's no independence. There's a political independence, but there's no economic independence. They made sure in the African countries, they put dictators there. That's why when they take the natural resources, they don't debate it in parliament. They take the gold for free. They take the diamond for free. Then they give them little money to buy arms and look after their family. When they are sick, they come abroad, all of them, and we sit and look. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand beside and look? And sometimes, when I don't like joining groups, it's not because I hate them. I understand a lot of things, like when people started this crisis that's going in Northwest and Southwest, I was the only one talking about war crimes. People went into so-called war without knowing it was war crime, without knowing it was military manual. So I don't like to join groups that they don't know the legality of things. Before I do anything in my life, I make sure I know what do the law says on this. I make sure I do that. What do the law says? People come every time, they put, oh, Metro everything is burning flag. In the UK, in Europe, in America, it is my property, that flag. If I take this, there's a British flag here behind me. If I take it and I burn it, it is my property. You can use it to protest. If I take the American flag, I burn it, it is my property, my personal property. It's not a crime. So this idea that we have people who are so ignorant in the Cameroons. When I see people, every time they put the flag, I bet you, ladies and gentlemen, that flag that I'm burning, one day I'll be the greatest hero in the Cameroons, because they will change that flag and everybody will be saying, look what Metro Leslie Singer was fighting for. They will change the flag, I bet you. That flag, that one star, they will change it one day. And people will be praising me for burning my property, my flag. They will change it. People were despising Dr. Endeli in the 1950s, 1960s. Today, people are using his name, calling him names that he never belonged to those organizations. They are putting his name there. That's how human beings they are. Today, people are supporting Jesus Christ. But when he was alive, they crucified. That's how people are. Today, people are supporting Malcolm X. But when he was alive, they were vilifying him. But today, they are supporting him. That's how life is. People don't see the truth. They only follow where they can benefit or profit from. I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I believe I can work with any government in the world, but I don't think I can put my personal interests in front of our people. Most people think when this current crisis, teacher-lawyer crisis started, most people thought, oh, things were going to change. Oh, maybe I'll have this position. That's what people were fighting for. I've always been doing what I've been doing ever since I was a boy. I've never changed. Anyone who knows me, I'm doing the same thing. What I was doing when I was a boy, I was a teenager, and now I'm a man. I've never changed. But people change. If most people don't understand the Cameroons, I know the Cameroons to my teeth. Some of my mentors, they are Paul Bia's classmates for more than 35 years. They mentored me. They knew what I used to do when I was young. They used to tell me, my book that I wrote, Quand tu es jeune, tu veux le changement. They used to tell me when I was in Guaquele, you see my book, I used to criticize the government. They said, when you were young, Alex, young people, they want change. They were giving me compliments. So it's not about me having this position or having that. I'm contented. I'm happy with my life. But I have more pleasure when I do things that changes people's life. I want to see everybody having electricity. I want to see everyone have water. I want to see everyone have good hospital, good roads. I want to see how we can create jobs in the Cameroons. And I want to see that equal status. French institution in La République du Cameroun English institution in English Cameroon. And when people, we sit on social media, we talk. If you want change, nobody have voted for us. I just have a political party. I don't have a single parliamentarian. I don't have a single councillor. I intend to do that. If you have policies, if you have ideologies, you make sure you stand for local election and parliamentary election. My life reflects what I'm preaching. My life reflects what I'm preaching. I'm incorruptible. Nobody can corrupt me. I have probity. I have integrity. If I was looking for a job in the Cameroons, I know people there. I wouldn't have been talking on this social media. It takes my time. I would have just taken my CV long ago. I know people. I'm not hiding it. Cameroon is man, no man. I know a lot of people in a 2D. I would have taken my CV long ago, give them. They'll give me a job and I sit quiet. But will it make me happy? No. Am I doing what makes me happy right now? Fighting for the rights of our people? Yes, I'm very, very happy. Fighting, seeing that we fought for Boya University people when the multi-partisan people became parliamentarian. But I've seen all these things that we have been fighting for because we, people like myself, we don't put ourselves there. It doesn't matter whether they give you federalism, independent. If it's the same CPDM type people, they are there in parliament or they are president, nothing will change. So you need people with probity and integrity like myself. There's time we have to stop talking on social media. If you want change in the Cameroons, get ready. Very soon we are going there. Go and be that parliamentarian. Go and be that mayor. Go and be that president. You bring the change. If you think you will sit on social media and say, oh, they should negotiate with me, they will not. I have learned a lot in the Cameroons. I've also learned a lot abroad. The Irish people, Republic of Ireland today, when they were under British rule, they staged what they call Irish, Easter Rising. There was a revolt sometime around 1915. Good revolt against the British government. Guess what? They gather all those leaders, Irish leaders, put them in a firing squad, they kill all of them. So the Irish people thought now, these people, so what can we do now? We have election in Ireland. They created a political party called Sinn Féin. And when the parliamentary election came, they had absolute majority, that Irish party. And that's what led to their independence. Not the revolution, not the war. They had a great war. Anglo-Irish war, but they did not succeed. They did not succeed. They see that creating a political party and taking seats, immediately they took that seat. What did they do? The government gave them what they call, British government, home rule. Home rule, now Irish people, they were ruling themselves, but they were still under the United Kingdom. So they were divided now. The people who say, oh, is it Michael Collins? It was like the first minister or first prime minister under the home rule. They were fighting each other now, this IRA now. So that, oh, you're a traitor. How come that you accepted the home rule? But that was a step to independence. And they killed this man, Michael Collins. Some of the militants that they used to fight together, they say, oh, you're a traitor. But that home rule, that was a path to independence. And that's how Ireland had its independence. A second example too is where in Northern Ireland, the Irish Republican Army, they have been fighting the British government for decades because they want to join Republic of Ireland. So the same Irish party that they have in Republic of Ireland, they have it in Northern Ireland, the same party. The same leader, they say they want Northern Ireland, which is in the United Kingdom, to be part of Ireland. They had war over decades. They used to come to London and place bomb there. 40 years today, they planted a bomb when Margaret Thatcher was prime minister to blow up. They had a party conference in Brighton outside London. They put a bomb there. The bomb missed Margaret Thatcher. They did all those things. But what in Northern Ireland is still in the United Kingdom. What did they do? They have to put that political party. They have been winning seats. They gave them decentralization. They have their own first minister. They have their own parliament. And for the first time this year, that Irish party have got a majority. Now they are looking for 5 to 10 year plan for a referendum for independence. That is how you fight. It's not about saying everybody come together. What is your objective? Go and take the seat. You might not like the people who are members of parliament in Northwest and Southwest. What we need to do today is to kick them out and take their seats. That's how you do it. I'm not saying that it's going to happen for 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 2 years. We have to plan. Bello Buba have 1 seat in Northwest and Southwest. SDF have 1 seat in British Cameroon. Molanjo have 1 seat in British Cameroon. CPDM have 1 seat in British Cameroon. When you're going for the top job, without starting at the grassroots, councillors, members of parliament, it's difficult. Any person who wants to go to power, you start by winning parliamentary seats. That's what you do with local seats. In all Western democracy, that is the basis. People think, oh, I can just be president and change everything. No, you have to start at the grassroots. That's why I've often said, if you want to construct a house, you have to start with the foundation, not the roof. You start with the foundation. Scottish National Party want independence, but they are in a decentralization. You don't say, oh no, it's decentralization, I don't want it, I want independence. Oh no, it's federation, I don't want it, I want independence. When you start take those seats, you are in power, you command. When you are in government, local government, if they give you the fake decentralization, assuming we stood for election, most of us, we took it, we'll be causing trouble because we are there in their fake regional assembly. But when you allow CPDM to take it, nothing will ever change. The problem here is not whether you are independentist, you are a federalist, you prefer decentralization. That's not the point. The point is take the MPs. Whether it's rubbish, it's not working. When you take that MP, it means the people of British Cameroon, you're representing them and you're not going to Yaoundé, they will do you nothing. You have the mandate. But today, when people talk on social media, you're talking on what basis? We are just activists. You're not representing anyone. Nobody have voted for you. So when I see some people come, oh, we want to hold this conference, we should negotiate. All those people who come and negotiate with you in Swiss, Canada, it's individual Anglophone ministers who are looking for their paycheck from the government. They don't have powers to do that. I've been close to some of the strongest ministers in the Cameroon, the first Secretary of State for Internal Security, different ministers in the French Cameroon. I know how that country works. So if you think no Anglophone minister, they don't have any power. When you see people like Minister Tanganji shouting like that, have you seen Fam Dongo shouting like that? Have you seen Gregor Awona shouting like that? No, they don't shout. Atangaji have to be the best house slave to come and warn people, threaten them. And it's against the law what he is doing. What Minister Atangaji is doing is against the law. He does those things so that the masters should look at him that I'm working hard. But they laugh at him. Most Francophone ministers, they laugh at Atangaji. They don't like him. They don't like him. Because at the end of the day, Atangaji knows what he's doing. At the end of the day, when he's not in power, where is he going to hide his face? I know good Anglophone minister when I was very young in Cameroon. I know good Cameroon top people when they Ano Mangu, Nebangu. They were so humble, they were nice, polite. I've never seen such an attitude from Anglophone minister. You come and shout and back at people? Mr. Atangaji, do you know the Nebangu, the Ano Mangu, all those other ministers, Atogo, Mr. Atogo, all those, I used to meet them there. Pa Achide Achu, all those ministers who are Anglophone, do they used to back like you? When you're a minister, you should be humble. You should know how to talk to people. You should respect people. You stand and talk like a cowboy, like somebody who have never been to school. Or you're trying to be defensive. You should be nice to people. At the end of the day, we never choose to be born in that geographical space in Africa. We have equal rights there. Be nice to people, even if you have different ideology. Do you know how many people who are my friends and family who are in CPDM? We don't argue. We have never argued, my friends and family. Professor Elvis Ngole Ngole is my friend since we used to be in Bekin diverse debate. He's my friend. I don't care whether it's in CPDM, it's his political opinion. Do you see Dr. Elvis Ngole Ngole come and be shouting at people? Huh? I'm so surprised. Emmanuel Pundi, we used to be in Bekin diverse. Tata Mensa, Bekin diverse, CRTV debate. Those are people, Ephraim Gwafo. We used to hang around. These are people. I've never seen them backing because they are in the CPDM. Are you afraid? You should learn to talk to people. So, ladies and gentlemen, this party political broadcast today, I come to talk to people because people see things. Listen, if you have your opinion, your idea is good, come and let's talk about it. But you have to understand how the system works. If you don't understand how Francophonie countries they work, you're wasting your time and you're killing our people for nothing. I've given you example that you can fight and kill who? Nearly 1 million people died in Rwanda. What have changed? Life is moving on. So there's a right path. If you know you are afraid to go to the Cameroons to stand for local election, stay abroad and do your own part. Maybe you contribute money for people who have integrity and probity to stand as parliamentarian. If we kick those people out there, we are free. That's how you do it. They cannot rig all the election. They can rig presidential election, but they cannot rig all parliamentary election. We are the one saying that us Anglophone, 70 to 90% want independence. So you are not in power. Governments don't implement the policies of opposition. So let's take those seats. Let's take those local governments. Those are things, if you say let's come together and start planning with these our parties, because we are not going to give a CPDM to stand for us. We don't want them. We start planning now for the upcoming 2026 parliamentary election. We look for people with good character, people with probity, people who are not going there for money. We stand there and take those seats. That is the journey. That's how the journey for freedom starts. Let one person come and sit here and tell me that you will not envy to have been like Catalonians inside British Cameroon for now. Let one person come and tell me that you wouldn't have loved to be like Scotland, like Scottish National Party now in Scotland. They have their parliament, they control their own things. So if you are not in power, don't start. You can't dictate and tell the people who are in power to do this. The way you get that one is having a mandate. Those are things we should be thinking about. I often say things, people don't listen. Maybe 10 or 20 years after, people start singing my song. For the last 30 years, nobody was talking about manifesto in the Cameroons. I started talking about it, now people are talking about it. But they were not asking the political party, what are your manifesto before you voted for them, before you followed them blindly. Before this war started, I started talking about war crime, Geneva Convention. People were looking at me like a mad person. Some say I'm CPDM and I'm agent for La République. Some say I'm Ambazonia. But I don't know why you're scared to say that I'm the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Why are you scared? I come every day and say I'm the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Some of you say I'm La République. Some of you say I'm Ambazonia. Why don't you want to call me for who I am? Why? Because some people don't like to see the incarnation of Dr. Endeli. I know those things. I don't talk because of tribe. I don't come here, I don't talk about tribe. It's not important. My politics is about policy, health, economic, policing, our judicial system, France CFA, monetary policy. Those are my policies. Sometimes people say, oh, is this tribe? I don't do tribe. Some of you know my mom was born from Bali Nyonga. My dad is from Boya. So what has that got to do with my politics? Where my mom comes from or my dad comes from has nothing to do with my politics. I don't come here to talk about tribes. That's not why. So sometimes people think I support this. I condemn evil things. When Sakwe, his head was chopped off, Sakwe, this guy, in Guzang, I was not talking because he was from somewhere in the southern region. It's bad. I'm against that. When 11 Bakwe chief, they were abducted, Mola Banda's head was chopped. I was criticizing it, or Florence Ayafo. I don't care. Bad is bad. I remember the first time, I'm the first person who was criticizing this crime against humanity. And the first time, when I remember, then there was no Amber. Skakov put my name there. I said, no, I don't join groups. That was around April, May 2017. Me. So sometimes people look at me. We should learn to distinguish a protest and a political party. Because I went to protest with Palestinian doesn't mean I'm a Palestinian. Because I've protested maybe with SDF, it doesn't mean I'm an SDF militant. Because some Ambazonian, they come and join us with protests against the teachers, the lawyers that were beating our students in the university that were raped, it doesn't mean you are Ambazonian. If any person, whether you're CPDM, Ambazonian, SDF, Camtos Party, if you say, oh, we are going to protest so that we should have electricity all over the Cameroons. If you say we should go and protest so that we should have pipe and water all over the Cameroons. If we say we should protest so that we should have clean street, good hospital over the I will join you because it is good for our people. That is my politics. That is what we have in common. So ladies and gentlemen, we should sit and reflect before we come and talk. And don't expect that everybody will be on your side. When you say all Anglophones should come together, it means you want to turn water into wine. Anglophones can never come, or British people can never come together English. If you have even 30% of Anglophones that come together, it means you have tried. Even in England, you cannot say all English people to come together. We need democracy. Even in time of crisis, we need checks and balances. If we do not go and join Aijo, if we had opposition in the Anglophones who were opposing the Aijo government, I'm sure Pamuna, Pafoncha, they wouldn't have took us to join Aijo. You need opposition at any time to scrutinize and hold you to account. It doesn't matter whether we are fighting for the right of Anglophones. You still need somebody who is not in your group, because once as all of you come in the same group, you start look at things the same way, you become dictator. There's no other way. You need people to point at you that you're making a mistake. We need to debate. I love debate. I like to debate with everyone. That's why some people, they'll come, oh, why did you go to Chris Arnold TV? Have you called me on your own TV? Some of you see, you worry that I go to Chris Arnold TV, but you are afraid. You don't want me to come on your TV. I will go to any TV. If CRTV call me, I will go there. Any TV. When I go to a TV, I put my opinion. I will go to any TV station. Those of you who are saying that, oh, why did you go to Chris Arnold's TV? Why don't you bring your own TV and invite me there? Because you don't want to see me talk. Some of you panic because you don't have the brains. You don't have the knowledge. You don't have the information to come and debate. So when you see me on screen, you are afraid. And you tell people, oh, don't bring that matter, let the singer. Don't bring it. You can't stop me. I'm a political beast and animal. I've been trained to do what I'm doing all through my life. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to do politics, be ready to debate with people with different opinion. All of us cannot sit and have the same opinion. So learn to do politics. I'm not talking like this because I know. I learn, I train. From Cameroon, CRTV, I used to have debate on Becky's Divers TV with my lecturers in university, Emmanuel Pundi, Professor Ngole, Ephraim Gaffo, all those people, we used to debate on TV. I was their student. So when I come and talk like this, don't think I wake up one morning and started talking. It's because I'm used to. I came again to the United Kingdom, I train. So if you want to talk, do politics, train. In the Western world, politicians, they talk. It's only in Cameroon that you don't see politicians. Where is Bello Buba? Where is Chiruma? Where is Jean-Jacques Ekidi? Where is Mr. Bia? Where is Atanganji? They don't talk because they don't have any knowledge to talk. They don't know how to debate. There is no country on earth that politicians, they don't debate. It's only in the Cameroons. So ladies and gentlemen, this has been a party political broadcast by myself, Maitre Mola Alex Ndiveli Singer. And the aim, I'm telling you, which I've been saying this, some of you listen, some you don't listen. In the Cameroons, there is no opposition. Opposition doesn't mean creating a political party and standing for election. You have to scrutinize the government every time. Why is it that there's road in Kribi, there's no road in this place? Why is, under what basis? Your constitution says this, you are doing this. How come that in the constitution of the Cameroon, you say members of parliament belong to the nation, national? No, they have to belong to their constituency. They are there to represent people. Maybe senators could be national, but parliamentarians must come there to talk about the interests of their local people. That's how it works. Unfortunately, we don't have parliamentarians. The constitution says the state will be run by the president and parliament. But the parliament is a rubber stamp parliament. They don't care. They sit now in their houses. They are praying. Me too, I'm praying. I want to see Mr. Bia alive. From my heart, I'm serious. They are praying for Mr. Bia to come now. Then they will be happy. Now, when Mr. Bia just appear outside, you see all of them, they will be happy. Why? Because they care about the free money, taxpayers' money that they get. That's all they care. They don't care about you. They care about the 4x4 they drive. They care about the money that they steal, the plots that they steal and sell, and go and make fake land certificate. That's all they care about. They don't care about you. They are all silent because they don't know the future. Chop, they can't come out for their mouth. But listen, this thing don't last forever. That's something you should know. You have been eating taxpayers' money, stealing, and you think you're doing what? That country, one person like Mr. Bia cannot spoil the country. If you're a GO, if you're a mayor, if you're a minister, if you're a governor or whatever, that position, you're the one destroying the country because the standard of the country has fallen. One person cannot destroy a country because you sit quiet. You don't complain. You accept what is happening. The majority of our people are suffering because you're okay. Don't worry. When things turn around, I don't know what will happen with the day. I pray Mr. Bia is alive. If something happened to Mr. Bia, the amount of people will die today because this free treatment that they come abroad, spend millions and millions of pounds in Western hospital, it will stop. If Mr. Bia is not there, they are finished. Instead of them constructing hospital in their country so that in case they are retired, they will have their good, nice hospital. They think that they will be coming forever abroad to have treatment. Now you people go know why una no be hospital for una country. Una go know now. Una go know. Because you see the hospitals in Cameroon, they are horrible. Then you come and choose some place and put reference hospital. For what? Are the other people animals? All the citizens in that country are equal. It's there in your constitution. Equal with mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thanks for watching this party political broadcast. And I hope you share it because when you share knowledge, we can debate together and we talk. Because when we do only monologue, we talk by ourselves, it doesn't help. But if I can change one person to understand something, because this is my party political broadcast, sometimes it's like a lecture, because I know what I'm saying. I read the law. I know what I should do, what I should not say. So this has been a party political broadcast by myself, Maitre Mola Alex Ndiveli Singer. And just know that there is a non-functional opposition in the Cameroons. All we need now is a constituent assembly to draft a new constitution to recognize the two countries that came together, British Cameroon and La République du Cameroon. Thank you very much.